How would you like to know how to tell if an event is going to turn out to be bullshit and maybe even look like a psychic in front of your friends? Now, this could be something in the news, could be something in real life. Big difference, but I think this works the same. Have you ever been at a party, maybe people are drinking, and one person freaks out because another person bumped into them. They say, "Oh my God, this guy bumped into me, spilled his drink on me, what a jerk, I'm gonna beat his ass," and whatever. And they're absolutely spazzing out. And come to find out that someone else actually saw the event, and the person who is angry, yelling, freaking out, they're the ones who caused it, or they're partially at fault, or maybe they just tripped over a chair and spilled their drink on themselves. Who knows? But they did this with the reaction. They overreacted because they were trying to fulfill some kind of agenda. Maybe they were just trying to cause trouble, like wanted to fight. Maybe they wanted to seem tough in front of some girl. Maybe they were embarrassed that they tripped and wanted to hide that. Maybe they just wanted to distract from what it is that they were doing that caused the problem, or maybe to distract from who they are as a person. Maybe they're just generally a jerk to people, and so they're just trying to pull your attention away from that and say, "Look at that guy, he did it." From observation in life, I've developed a theory that there's a direct correlation between the size of the reaction and how likely further evidence will show the event was bullshit, or at least the original story that's being told was bullshit, or shall we say very incomplete or deceptive. And the reaction being big, it seems to be a self-feeding cycle. So the reaction is big, which sort of feeds into why someone is reacting. So because there's a big reaction, there must be a reason for a big reaction, and so the event itself must be horrible, and the offender therefore must be horrible. And usually, just like in the above scenario of the party, this is to fulfill some kind of agenda or distract you from something. And go ahead and test this out yourself. When you see a story come on the news, or a disagreement between a couple of people, when the initial reaction is really big, overblown, seems crazy, intense, keep watching the story develop. Do yourself a favor, be honest, watch the actual events unfold and look at them objectively. Otherwise, all you're doing is feeding your ideology and you're not really getting anywhere. So kind of a pointless exercise then. But keep watching this story develop. And I can almost guarantee you that the size of that reaction is directly correlated to how much bullshit it's going to turn out to be. And this is how I was able to call stories such as Smollett, and Floyd, and Arbery, and Blake, and Erica Thomas, and Wallace. I was able to call all of these stories as bullshit. Although I must admit there were a couple of times when I was sucked in a little bit, but that's just how the news was, or how the information was presented. So I was drawn in a little bit, but for the most part, I was still able to somehow call bullshit, that either the event didn't happen as they said, or the people were, shall we say, not great people in their general lives. And so this initial reaction being huge was sort of set up to, when thinking about it from an agenda, it was set up to make us ignore that these might turn out to be bad people, or to get our hearts so into it that we wouldn't later look at the information objectively, and we would just stay emotionally based on judging the whole thing. And so take a look at how all of these turned out. Whenever the reaction is huge, probably going to turn out to be bullshit. And go ahead and try this in the future. When you see something on the news, Be the person that says, that's bullshit. When it's a big event and everyone's freaking out, you be the one that says, no, that's bullshit. And I can almost guarantee you what's going to happen is you are going to be the one that people turn back to and say, how did you do that? And you can look like a psychic to all of your friends. Let me know what you think in the comments, and of course share the video if you really liked it. Have a great day.